water, say for 10 minutes at 6 o'clock in the morning. At 10 o'clock you water 10 more minutes, and and you can break that interval up, let it get saturated, then don't water for a week.
Okay.
That's what I would recommend. Drip irrigation, I did a lot of this in Oklahoma, but I'm not very seeing it a lot in Texas. It has one big negative effect on drip irrigation is you have to replace it. What happens is the pipe will backflush dirt into the drip emitters and then eventually clog the pipe up. What you see a lot of the houses is what they call overhead irrigation, where it pops up and actually sprays on the flower bed. The drip irrigation is much more, it'll save you a lot of money. It's much more effective because you can put it, for example, you're not watering an area that there's not a plant in or there's not a tree in. You're watering on a per plant basis, which can save you quite a bit of money. Early morning watering. It does not make any sense to have your irrigation turn on at 2 o'clock. Typically, it's windier. The wind will blow the irrigation. You'll have a high evaporation loss, and also too, it can cause funguses if you do it at night. What you need to actually probably water at like 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning, and that time it has the whole day to evaporate off the leaves. If you water at 8 o'clock at night, typically that water will set on there, and if you keep repeating that, it can definitely cause black spots and other funguses that are pretty difficult to get rid of. Moisture sensors. Now, one thing I don't recommend is it is illegal in Texas to hook that up to your faucet, so don't do that. It's actually quite dangerous too. You can get bacterial infections and stuff in the water. Moisture sensors. Typically, Home Depot or Lowe's will have it's about $10. It's a little sensor, and it has a little probe on it. You stick it in the ground, and it'll tell you how moisture your flower garden is, and that will allow you to adjust your irrigation system accordingly. Again, they're pretty readily available. Another thing is the ball test. The ball test is you can scratch back your mulch, grab some of the dirt, and if you can roll it into a ball in your hands, and it doesn't break apart, and water doesn't come out of it, your flower bed is at the perfect, has the perfect amount of water in it. If it crumbles in your hands, it's too dry. And if water comes out of it, it's too wet. Now, you get your hands dirty doing it, but it's a pretty good rule to stay by. Drought tolerant trees is probably why you guys are all here. A lot of people know these.